What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about waves and USDN. I'm not FUDing, I just raising or drawing people's attention if you're in the Waves protocol or if you're in the USDN, in Neutrino's protocol, to be aware of this, because algorithmic stablecoins have obviously had their issues, and there's going to be some changes to the protocol as a result of everything that we've seen with the UST. So I want to get into that in a second. Before I do update the spreadsheet, the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel, if you had invested $100 into each of these when I released videos about them and you were still holding all of them, you're in profit for 14 grand. This is obviously after about 68,000 retracements and a bear cycle. Upside, I've been banging on about a bear cycle for 6-7 months now. And it doesn't matter what financial market it is, recession, bear cycle, whatever you want to term it, it's the best time to invest. The only variable really is time frame for payoff. Crypto's quicker than the other markets, but they all vary in terms of time frame. So I've been saying build your list of coins that you're excited about long term. If you've been doing that, fantastic. Just keep reevaluating that list. And if you're still excited about those coins, awesome. Probably found gems. If you're not, remove them. But if you've not got round to building that list, if you've not got round to developing it, you can come check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share the coins I buy and the coins I sell. And any coin I'm buying during a bear cycle are coins I believe can 20x or more. So if you want to see what they are, you can click the link in the description and check it out. Right, Waves. So Waves is it's got a decent market cap, $1 billion. Neutrino hovering around 830 million. And then you've got the Neutrino token. And that's the token for the sort of application, the protocol. Now, recently, obviously, guys, we saw what happened with UST. It was a shit show. Nansen, which is a blockchain analytics firm, released a report on Friday claiming that 7 arbitragers, just 7 whales, caused UST's depegging by flooding the shallow liquidity pools on Curve with huge amounts of UST. One of them apparently Celsius, but regardless of who it was, 7 arbitragers were able to collapse effectively something with a market cap of over $10 billion. So Waves and USDN is in a similar scenario. USDN depegged many times. And I like Waves. I think it's awesome for a gaming thing, for a gaming blockchain. But when we look at the actual depegging, that happened in around April, and he actually tanked to like 66 cents or so, then rallied back, but never really got the ground back. 98 cents, 96, 98, and then obviously had another tanking at the same point that UST did. And it's actually about the best it's been in currently about 2 months. So Waves have said what they're going to do, because they're obviously troubled by everything that's happened. So it lost its peg in April. USDN is way smaller than UST, 830 million market cap. But obviously algorithmic stablecoins are concerning in terms of how simple it is to crush them. 7 friggin' whales were able to crush the UST. So the company has said what their plan is to revive USDN, Neutrino's USD, and as a result, Waves, I guess. So Sasha Ivanov is going to take on $400 million worth of debt. So they've got a few steps to this. So step 1 is boosting the demand for USDN by buying and locking CRV tokens with 45% of the Waves staking profits from Neutrino, and voting to incentivize the USDN 3 pool. Now, since the depeg was initially caused by large selling of USDN in the curve pool, which, reminder, that's what's believed to have caused UST's complete downfall, or the beginning of it. This is going to call for paying close attention to curve and acquiring sufficient voting power to distribute rewards and make USDN more attractive to the DeFi market. Then Sasha Ivanov will be also taking on $400 million of debt, liquidating the whale accounts collateral to return liquidity to Virez Finance via selling of USDN. And then step 3, in order to avoid further depegging, selling large amounts of USDN, the selling will be slow and steadily controlled. Waves is predicting it will take up to 2 months to return Virez Finance to full working order, meaning that you can use the protocol at your will. And then improving Neutrino's architecture by issuing a new recapitalization token to replace Neutrino's actual token, as in the NSBT token. Waves believes it will take a month or 2 for the ecosystem to be revitalized. But, you know, it's for sure a stress test. Now, look. The reason for the title of the video and the reason for what I'm saying is, look, if you're in USDN, you really don't want, not financial advice, but don't have all your dry powder, as it were. If you're unfamiliar with that phrase, if you don't have all your money to the side, that's on the side waiting to get into the market in a algorithmic stablecoin, sure, you can put a proportion of it. But I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend that. But if you want to get some of those gains, no worries. Put a proportion, but don't have it all in one stablecoin. Not one algorithmic stablecoin. Scatter it so that you're okay in case something goes wrong. Because if it took only 7 arbitrageurs to collapse a $10 billion project, it might only take 2 or 3 to collapse an $800 million project. That's the reality. Look, Neutrino's application allows for swapping of Waves and USDN. It allows for staking of the other Waves token with stupid APRs. And the staking percentage for USDN is very, very high. You cannot offer these percentages because it's untenable long term. That's the problem. You are choosing to use a country's currency, and then you're choosing to inflate the supply with these sort of percentages. This is where governments are first going to act in crypto. Because you can't offer 15%. A bank can't offer you anywhere close to that. So why the hell can you? That's the thing. Now, that's not me standing up for banks. I think they're pieces of shit. I don't like banks. But I'm aware that they have more power in central government than crypto. And the first thing that they're going to do, or want to do, particularly central banks in central government, like your Fed, the first thing they're going to want to do is clamp down on anything that's purporting to be a dollar. Especially when offers of 10, 12, 15% are being like thrown around. Because there's 2 ways this can go badly, right? And there's 1 way it goes well. If they sort out if their 4-step plan works, the debt that's taken on effectively secures it, and they're watching the curve pools closely, that doesn't seem like a long-term solution to me. But if that works, fantastic, brilliant, keeps working. The 2 ways this doesn't work: central banks and government issue effectively laws against it, right? they regulate the shit out of algorithmic stable coins because you cannot offer 10 to 15 to 20% a year for just having dollars. Banks can't do it. So crypto can't. It's that simple. So they either get regulated the shit out of, or they get attacked. And whether you want to talk about it being intentional actions by 7 arbitragers, whether you want to talk about it being a coordinated attack, none of it actually matters. Beyond, obviously, who the fuck did it, because a lot of people want their heads, none of that matters because the result's still the same. Intent is is an afterthought compared to what actually happens. If someone attacks USDN in the same way with success, this protocol will die on its arse. And there's $800 million in there. So there's going to be tens of thousands of people at least with money that they lose. So I think Waves is an outstanding gaming chain. I like Waves. The algorithmic stablecoin is a cause for concern because there's not a future here, because the governments can't allow it, Fed won't allow it, and even if they do, the arbitragers or the hackers or the attackers are going to take it down sooner or later. And it's one of those where I personally just want to go, look, be bloody careful. If you've got a shit ton of money in an algorithmic stablecoin, just move it, or at least minimize your exposure so you're not going to get completely... Yeah, and that's it. I just wanted to go through that, really. I'm sure there'll be people that love Waves that hate me for doing the video or don't like the video. No worries. Click dislike. It's fine. If you like the video, click like. But I just wanted to get the information out there because also, a new plan, something like this that they're doing to try and rebalance the ecosystem over the next couple of months does often have an impact on a blockchain while it's happening. So there might be some serious price fluctuations for Waves in the coming months, more so than others. But yeah, hope you like the content. If you do, click like. If you don't, still click like. Screw it. Why not? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you know when new content is coming out. And if you're new to crypto or you've been in crypto a while but you're not prepared for your bear cycle, come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share every coin I buy, every coin I sell. Any coin I'm buying during the bear cycle are coins I believe can 20x or more. So if you want to be a part of that and make those gains, you can click the link in the description and check it out. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.